Hello everyone, this is Serptonius. We're playing Empyrion Galactic Survival again. Still in Alpha 4.0.2. Out on the experimental branch, they do have a 4.1.0 that there's already been a subsequent patch to that. So we're going to go ahead and stay in the main branch for now. This is where we were left off last time. So we just collected some iron ore, and if you see here, we are also we have our oxygen bottles. We have quite a significant amount of oxygen now. I have queued up the iron ore to be processed, so we're good to go. We have all of our various plants that we picked up. I will go ahead and throw all of them in our constructor. I also have some more promethium, so I will go ahead and make some promethium pellets. And remember, with the survival constructor, you have to make the subcomponents first. So even though we have the we will have the promethium pellets available to make the fuel pack, it will not let us queue up the fuel pack until we have those promethium pellets built. So I think the first thing we need to work on today is a base. So we're going to be making our first base here out of wood. I think that's because we're going to be running low on iron, I think, and we don't have the luxury that we did in the previous playthrough, because the iron for the bases, they've changed the requirements. Now it is 10 steel plate, if I remember right, for a base block, where before it was only 2. So that's a significant increase in the amount of requirements. So we're just gonna run around and pick up some wood logs. I believe the wood logs may have okay, out of biofuel. Load on that. I believe that the requirements on those have changed as well, but we are going to take a look at that here in a sec, whenever we get these built up, or taken down rather. Just 2 more, and that should be enough for us to get started. I'm going to try to do a similar build that we did last time, because that uses the smallest amount of resources, which is definitely going to be our concern here in the early game. Let's get the wood logs in. Again, they 1 to 40. That works out fine. We can do 16. And the wood blocks. So those look like those have also stayed the same. Let's queue up a bunch of those. Now. Bring these back down. You can do those either later or off camera. So 1 wood log will give us 40, I believe it is. That gives us, yes, it gives us 40 wood planks. So that is a lot. That is very good. So that will allow us to make a significant number of wood blocks, and then we can use those to make a decent home for us starting out. I don't have the numbers here on the hit points. I don't think those have changed, but we will see here in a second. While that's going on, let's see if there's anything we can do. Well, Do need to make sure we get our oxygen taken care of so we don't have the problem like what we did last time. And I did think that the oxygen bottles filled up more what they do today, but that may be my remembering it incorrectly. We do need some health along with our food. Get that going. And again, to just move stuff back and forth the way that I did right there is just shift left click. We'll move them around. That's going to be a lot of wood for us. Taking a quick look. Got our grow light. We have our growing plots. Doing quite well on resources. A few more logs and then it'll start making the wood blocks. And once the wood blocks are starting to be made, well then we can branch out on that. Another thing I guess we can do, we can look at our skill tree. That's not skill. That is tech, the blueprint. So let's go to the tech tree. We definitely are going to need our oxygen station. Plant grow light, we have one, so we don't have to have one at this very second. Actually, we should be on the base. So make sure we stuff for the base. We will need a fridge. That quickly, a cannon turret. A miscellaneous. Our cargo box and the ammo box. That's where I was going with that. Because without this, the ammo box, the turret that we just unlocked doesn't do us any good. I am going to get the oxygen generator. It only costs 2 points. And then we can have multiple oxygen generators scattered about. We're not running around quite so frantically. We will need the multi-tool once we start building. Hold off on those. They're important, but not quite important just yet. Assault rifle is definitely worth more. Like that's all we have, so that's okay. We still have 16 left over. I'm going to go ahead and 2 points for the grow light. So we have 4 points left over. Right now, I'm going to focus on... So, get our hover vessel, which is going to be our next item. I'm going to need quite a few points. Let's hold off on that. Go. Quite a few. 87. Definitely get us going. Go ahead and take the full 100 to get started. And I will queue up the rest of those. Queue up 200. I don't think it'll take that much. Oh, we need our base starter, don't we? My bad. Base starter does take a core. And as we learned last time, we definitely want to make another core. For now, let's hold off on making all of those. Let's get our core built. And then we can get our base going. Unfortunately, we are going to need... So this is the survival constructor, so all of the items here listed in the far right of the large constructor, I'll have to make all of those by hand. That is not exactly what I would call fun, but can be done. Not that they'll just cumbersome. And again, I actually think that's a good thing because that way you treasure the large instructor whenever you do get it that much more. Trying to figure out where I want to put the base. If I want to put it close to the water or farther up. I prefer a flat ground so that the oh, structural integrity doesn't kick in quite so hard and break off a piece of the base, which will happen. If your base is not supported correctly, it will snap off the part that is not. Not right here. Work. And just a little bit. And then and if you do notice, the way that the blocks fit now is a little bit different than before. I definitely like it. I think it's a lot smoother, not quite so jerky. So that's pretty awesome. Right there, we're going to do our okay. Beginning of our base like what we had last time. And this side will be the door for obvious. By three. Spin it. How much hit points do you guys have? Doesn't say. I don't see around here what talks about hit points. So that actually is a item that's kind of interesting. I haven't used it before. If you use the page up and page down, you can get them to move up and down. I don't generally use that, but it does work. Okay. That will get build our walls. That one open for a door. Our F5 so we can have our building. Yeah. Coming right along, coming right along. Okay. I don't know if you saw that. There was some shooting meteors off on the side. Omicron has some really nice background meteor showers that happen from time to time. Definitely nice to look at. I don't know if they actually cause damage if they hit your base. Have not spent that much time on Omicron, but we will definitely in this playthrough take a look at that stuff. Okay. As I say, I do like the new way of building. It's much nicer than it was before. Much smoother. Seems to snap in very nicely. Another item you see in the left corner as I'm placing these blocks, you actually do get experience points for building. So that's another way, a nice way to level up. Our corner are complete. Oh, forgot the roof. We do need the roof. That in. Okay. And okay. Hold down the control and it'll fill in the whole roof for me. Alright, we're good to go. There is our beginning house. I do not have the multi-tool, so I can't see how many hit points they have just yet. We're definitely going to get there. Running on down. Still have 50 blocks left, so that's nice. So next, we need a large constructor, we need a small generator, and we need a fuel tank. What do we need? Those are this guy. He's simplest. 4 electronics, 4 metal components, and 3 cables. So electronics, metal components, cables. Oh, I forgot that those do make multiples. We will make use of those. Output count 2, output count 2, output count 2. So that's actually making a little bit more than we need. That's fine. We definitely use them further down. So three electronics. We should have those with that. 2 computers. That is electronics, a cable, a metal component, a control device, on computer. Fuel tank. Two computers. Is that gonna give me one? No, that's gonna. Okay. Another control device. Computer. And I need a reactor core. So again, this is another reason why it is so. That's why it's so beneficial to get these from the. To get all of this tier of resources from the drones. It makes a huge difference. Motor is cables. And then motor. Cables. Electronics. And again, this is another reason why I put the constructor build speed to fast, so we can get through this as quickly as we possibly can. This is part of the game, definitely part of the game, but a lot of work. A lot of work getting all this stuff built out in early game. There is the reactor core is built. I built it. Oh, I needed it for. So, capacitor device. So I need 6 electronic cables and 2 of those. Moving right along, getting all those taken care of. And again, the big benefit to the large constructor is it will do all of this all by itself. Will not have to sit through all of these, get these done. It will know how much of each to build. So we need 6 of the metal component crafting. That'll give us the 12. 3 electronics for those, and 2 control devices. So that's quite a bit of our resource put into getting this going. Almost for that one. Okay, that is coming up. Next we need large constructor. 4 pipes, I believe. 4 pipes, 2 motors. So we need other electronics, 2 cables, components. Not getting enough pipes because we didn't have enough of the other. Control devices, those. We need 2 more control devices. Got 1 of the motors. cables are built. And this is kind of the nerve-wracking part of this. Just need to get all of these built. Another motor and good to go. Now we need 4 electronics. 2 of those. Because they do craft 2 outputs. 5 missing cables. Those built real quick. And large constructor. And we will need to get the turret built, but looks like I can't build it in the survival. So we're going to need to build it with the large constructor whenever we get that going. Take all of the extra items I can craft with. Take that. Up. I think that is it. Iron ore we can find. Okay. Looking at the items we have, so we'll start. We do not have a multi-tool yet. That is unfortunate. You need a multi-tool to remove any blocks that have been placed. That right there. Generally try to put the generator below 1 level or down 1 level, because on this wood it really doesn't matter. It also kind of helps to hide it. Put in a fuel and Y to power everything up. There is all quite a few meteors dropping down on it. I hope that was not prophetic. What's to come? Goes out. I did mention we need the multi-tool, but we can hold off on that. My main concern right now is security. So we're going to need to make, and there is why. We do assault rifle, and we need guns. Because I powered up the base, the computer is sending enemies our way. Oh boy, it's a lot quicker than I had hoped that they were going to come our way. 5 will work. Start out with. I have enough for all that. Actually, cancel that and get the assault rifle going. Definitely want that first. And the assault rifle ammo, I can probably take out a drone with a pistol. I prefer the tier 2 pistol for that job. Here he comes, so that's a mark of time to come. How quickly, and it's from that direction. I am loaded. The effective range you see is only 62 meters, so I will need to get within that, or he'll shoot it before I can hit him. Definitely want to get underneath him. There we go. And so all these resources, definitely welcome. Wait here in a second. We put those resources in, that hopefully will make our life a little bit easier. And so I don't die like I did last time. Let me see if I can fill up on my oxygen bottle. Okay. Stuff placed down. I now have an assault rifle. Makes me feel a little bit better. 30 millimeter, that's not for me, that's for him. Our ammo box placed. A lot of ammo, but it's good enough to get us started. Crafting that, we can get that placed on our roof like what we did in our previous build. I'll get the multi-tool and the multi-tool charges going. For this F5 for the drone, and we have seen that they come from that direction. Go ahead and place him down. Ready to go. I'm gonna hit P for my control panel, an auto group. Because we don't have a whole lot of ammo, we're gonna turn off Predator and other factions, just so it doesn't waste any ammo. And I'm gonna change this to home. My caps lock is on. Serptonius home, and make sure you hit the enter key, because if you change that and don't hit the enter key, it actually doesn't do anything. I'm going to change the access and reload. Close this, and then I can reload. Check. That's good enough, I think. But if you also notice, 250 ammo out of 0, that used and F to get out, but that completely emptied the ammo box. So it's 250 for one clip, and it needs to make some more of those guys. Multi-tool. Or charge at the bottom. Okay. And let's make another 5 of those. Am running out of magnesium powder. Kind of scary. how far that lasts. But I am very interested. If you notice, the model for the multi-tool changed, and I do like the way it is. So 10 hit points. Still the hit points for wood. We're going to want to upgrade those whenever we get a chance. You hover over and hit the shift, you can see that you can actually upgrade them in place from wood to concrete block with cement and purified water. So that'll change them over to cement without having to replace them. Wondering if I have steel plate, if I can also replace them. Oh, it looks like have to go to concrete block first. Let's in a see in the regular steel blocks it's going to take 10. Let's try that out. Make have that. Just ow, not what I make. Definitely not one. Back. Yeah, it looks like if I'm going to do it in place, I need to go through the tiers and move it to the cement and on up. I can't skip a step and go to just bummer, but I kind of expected that. So next, oxygen station and a small O2 tank. Small O2 tank. This, excuse me, living off the small oxygen bottles is fine, kind of, for now. But that's not gonna do us long term. Definitely want to have that set up correctly. We are gonna also do a food processor and a fridge. All that's being processed. And how the rest of this. Up all of this stuff. I'm gonna have room, so go ahead and pick up all of it. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the survival generator. Oh, nice. It's now in green. That used to be white. Text. Serptonius home. On the survival generator. I'll put it on the back side just to be safe. Since they're going to come from that direction. This will be a little bit safer in placing it. Have our O2 station and our O2 tank. Do have the multi-tool now. So I am going to pop out, let's do this one. Trader first. Station on top of it. And I can get that way. Fine. You really want to move that down one, or even underneath here. Let's make another one so we can get that. Okay, so our food processor put down. That. Pick it up first. So we ran out of magnesium. That's very unfortunate. I was hoping to have that problem quite yet. I don't know if we actually have any magnesium found. Look on the map real quick. There is 7 magnesium, which is awesome, but we haven't found any of them. Got promethium and iron, which I think are the 2 most important right out of the gates. But we will definitely need magnesium. Otherwise, we have no bullets. No bullets. We will have a short series. Process. Bridge. Right on top. Here I will place all of the items with a perish time. It does have a perish. Here place all of the items perished. Antidote on us. Emergency rations, I'll keep those at the bottom. So just to show you how the filler flattener tool works. I need on here actually. So it actually builds up the ground. So if we hold down the N, I'm sorry, show structural integrity, you can see all of that is now covered. The bright green to show that it is indeed covered. That's what that does. I don't use it very often. Okay. There we go. But it does look. Oh, there we go. Cactus. And you can see now oxygen. Hit that one button and I use very little oxygen, honestly, by comparison. That is good. Anything that I can do to reduce the cost of the oxygen, definitely welcome. So we have the generator now, and I'm going to pop it up with the multi-tool. Place it down there. all those resources back. And say, let's tank down there. Right click to move it down. Now this one is empty, right? Just pop it and then put all those resources back for the next thing we want to build. We'll need a water generator, clone chamber. Put a door on this. Up the door. Actually, try to put it out here. No, I guess I will put it in. So what I was trying to do is the way that this one sits right here is it actually occupies the block that I'm standing in. I was trying to get it to occupy the block outside. Did I actually have any? I think that's a good start. We've survived our first wave. We have basically everything going. And do we have our clone chamber built? Yes, we do. We have our clone chamber built. This at least will allow us to survive a attack. And if we do die, we can respawn at a clone chamber. Eventually, we will upgrade that to a medical chamber, like what we had in the last season. That'll work for us much better. Also, if we walk by the medical chamber, our health would be healed, unlike what it is right now, which it's not moving at all. So if you like the episode, click like. Feel free to subscribe to see more episodes and be notified when I upload more. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put those down below, and I will definitely read those and respond to them. So with that, thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you next time.